If I had $1 for every single time Nate almost hit me with his car, I could probably build his exact car and have it running before he even gets it back on track.
Wow.
Dawson talks an awful lot about how he loves Japanese styling, yet hops out of an Apple computer mouse with purple headlights and wheels from a dead company.
Yeah.
I feel like Nate drives like he's playing Forza Horizon no matter what, just full throttle, full angle, like he's not driving a tin can with an LS in it.
That's where I learned.
After however long Dawson's been working on his car, he's finally made his Z sound good. He just had to put an RB in it.
Cheers to that one, actually.
I agree with that. That's a good
That
one.
wasn't too bad.
That was actually really good.
Yeah, that was good. I like how you switch back and
Fuck.
forth. Wes just like roasted me for 10 minutes and then made fun of Dawson for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he put one joke
I
on
tried
me.
to keep it even.
Yeah, that was great. Hell yeah. All right. Well, welcome back to the #1 Drift Podcast on YouTube. I'm Dawson.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Kevin.
Let's get into it. So, a few announcements. I want to first give a huge thanks to all the followers and everything. We actually gained up to, what was it, over 17,000 on TikTok.
We're at 17.5, I think, or
17.5. So that's pretty insane for less than 2 months, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Killing it.
Yeah. YouTube's up to about 500 subscribers. So if you're actually
529.
watching us on here, there's only about 66% of you guys that are actually subscribed.
You
So
fucking
I
ninjas.
don't know why you're watching and not subscribing, but just go ahead and do it real quick. But oh yeah, actually, you can say that one. That one's all you.
Which one?
Number 3.
Oh, okay. So I guess we're doing such a good job at the podcast that we've managed to ruffle the feathers of a couple of pro drivers. They're like commenting on our TikToks,
Yes.
which for those who only watch the TikToks and the Instagram reels, they are intentionally provocative to encourage you to go watch the long form podcast. You cannot take a 9-second clip and know what happened during an hour, and what the last one was almost 2 hours, right? It was like
Well, it was about an hour and yeah.
it was like an hour.
About an
50,
hour
it was like
and
an
a
hour and
half-ish.
55 minutes. You can't take the whole thing from that. Okay, I'm not even going to explain myself. You just need to go watch the whole podcast, because if you just watch 9 seconds, you're not going to know what's going on. I could make a bunch of comparisons, but I'm not going to. But I'm telling you. All right.
Stupid. We got better sound effects.
Yeah, we got sound effects now. That's freaking sweet.
Yeah. But this is Kevin.
Hello.
I know he just said his name a minute ago, but he's our kind of emo photographer of the group.
Not wrong.
Yeah, it's his full-time gig. So we'll get into that a little bit, because I know probably some of you are looking to do that as a full-time profession. So let's move on a little bit. But all social platforms. So TikTok, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube, doing shorts, reels, of course on Instagram daily. So go check us out there. I'll leave them linked below. And let's take it away. Go for it.
So, who are you? What do you do for a living?
I'm Kevin. I pretty much just take photos and videos, travel for FD, travel for Pro-Am stuff, shoot at a bunch of fun events. It's just, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
How did you like get into? How did you get into that? Were you like, when you were little, and I was like, I want to be an astronaut when I was little, and my dad was like, yeah, okay, I have to help you with math, so probably not. How did you get into that?
So I started driving when I was 14. Had a really shitty 92 coupe S13, and
They're all shitty.
Of course.
yeah, and I ended
Keep
up
in
breaking it. I sheared every flywheel bolt off. Thought it was rod knock.
Oh no.
So I ended up parting that car out and selling it. I was like, fuck, I still really want to be in drifting. But I was 14. I didn't have the money to go buy another car. Didn't have the money to build anything. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll just go out there and shoot. Yeah,
Where'd you get your first camera?
I for the first like year and a half, I all shot everything on my iPhone.
Oh, really?
What iPhone was it at the time?
iPhone 10.
10? Holy shit. Yeah. Proves you can do it. Whatever.
Oh yeah. No, and it started from there, and now I've been shooting with the same camera for the past 2.5 years.
What camera is that?
Canon Rebel T6 for now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so all right. So your profession is, of course, photography.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more of the FD part of it, because
Okay.
who you shoot for?
So I mainly shoot for Human Rahimi and Prospect. Just got back from Utah, 4 or 5 days ago now on Monday, and it's a lot. It is a lot. Because I drive with the crew, so it was a 29-hour drive one way.
Are you driving like in the truck with him or separate? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's me and then the 3 main crew members, and then whoever else flies out.
Nice.
Dude, this drive sucked.
The longest
middle of
drive
nowhere,
I've ever
Utah.
done is 22 hours, so I can't even imagine another.
Look, I was thinking
hours.
about it on the way up here. I was like, dude, this 2-hour drive ain't shit. Yeah, no, it was.
Especially coming off of that.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a lot to go through or like to do.
Do you guys pee in bottles, or do you guys pull over like adults?
You fucking hold it till we get to the truck stop.
Shit out of luck, buddy.
Dude, and okay, so the trip just gets even longer too, because the truck that Human currently has like a messed up evap system for the fuel tank.
Fuck.
So you can only
What truck is it?
It's a 2016 Dodge Ram 3500,
Oh, okay.
and you can only get up to like 250 miles for the range.
Why?
God damn.
Because the evap has fuel in it, so it locks out the system.
Oh, that's fair.
So
That blows.
one way I counted, we took 17 fuel stops.
Oh my god.
Well, that's why you're not peeing in bottles.
How much
You're having to
money-
stop every 20 minutes.
How much money did that end up costing him?
It was
in
about
fuel?
$50 a stop, 50 to 60 a stop.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking sucks. FD's expensive enough.
Oh yeah, no, he's paying about 10 grand a round.
It's that much.
Tires, fuel,
I can
fuel
believe
for the
it, really.
truck, spare tires for the truck and trailer, tools, parts.
Dude, he needs to come on the podcast and talk about what he does for a living.
Yeah, literally.
I'll hook it up.
Dude, do it.
Easy.
I got you.
Got it.
I'll message him after this.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be tight.
We're going to get to argue about cycling.
But yeah, no. FD's weird because you'll go out there and shoot for like 6 hours in the heat, but then you go back and they have a whole media center with like snacks and drinks. Like they've got a whole Rockstar thing just filled to the fucking top. You get waters, food. It's
Legit. huh?
yeah, it's
Nice.
really
I'm
cool.
sure it's legit.
It's a whole lot different from shooting at Clarksville.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well,
run
dude,
us through the
Clarksville, like
first-
they give you a vest and they're like, all right, go out there and stand
Not
in the
even.
middle of
I
it.
bring my own vest.
Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just have you go stand out there like, all right, try not to get hit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no. FD is really strict. Like really strict when it comes to media. Like so I have to do like a contract almost where anything I shoot is FD. I don't own any of that media.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that blows for your own portfolio.
Oh yeah. Like I can still use it, but it's still technically FD property.
So, like, if
Yeah.
you had something that blew up, they would want a piece of it, probably.
Absolutely.
Wow. See, like I said, big propaganda.
That's why I've never uploaded any like full length videos from FD.
Yeah, because
I take
there's no
like
point.
hours upon hours of footage. From this recent one, I came back with probably about 8 hours of footage.
damn.
Yeah.
God.
And that track's big, so you can
We're
only
crying over 2 hours.
Dude, yeah, that track's beautiful too.
Oh, it's fucking
the scenery was
gorgeous.
insane.
that's the one good thing about the trip is that it was so pretty the entire way.
Yeah.
all the you talking about this last round where
Yeah,
they
Utah.
were hitting each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
and stuff. I don't know.
That
man.
was a high speed track.
Dude, all the
bro.
all the big boys, all the Titans were like, dude, this track is fucking sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that track's rad.
Yeah. 108 Denofa did, I think,
Yeah.
right? So it's nuts, dude.
Yeah. It's real fast.
I don't know how that dude gets his planetary size nuts off in it.
Oh,
That's
dude.
fucking crazy.
How do them seats fit?
Well, take us through like the first day of an FD event, like getting set up and everything.
As a media guy.
I essentially also second as a crew member.
Sure.
Like I'll work on the car, I'll help set up and everything. I'm not just like, oh yeah, I've got my camera, I'm just gonna film you guys doing stuff and sit here on my ass. Yeah, no, so we get there, unload the trailer, cars out, everything, and then it's trying to think.
Ah, you're good.
Why am I blinking?
I don't know.
Probably because I'm in the moment.
Because there's 17,400 people on the other side of that camera, maybe.
And because you're staring right in my soul.
I'm sorry. I can look at the camera. It's like, all right, go ahead. Tell your story.
So pretty much just unload the car and then figure out what we're doing, what gearing we're doing. So change gears, change the oil, change the alignment.
So at the very beginning, you're not even focused on the camera. You're focused on just prepping car,
Yeah.
prepping booth, everything like that.
Pretty much. Because I do crew, camera, and I sell merch for Human at FD events. So I'm
That's busy
packed
as
all
fuck.
the time. Yeah. So I'll set up a merch table and then, now I'm changing rear gears or I'm draining the oil or whatever. And then from there, it's pretty much just once we're all set up, go out on track, try to do something.
Yeah. Just try to stay busy.
Are there like locations where they only let you go?
Like media specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like Orlando is very similar to Clarksville in the sense of we have media pits in the middle of the figure eight. So that's kind of like the best way I could say it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling everybody you compared Atlanta to Clarksville.
No, Orlando. Orlando. It's just a figure eight. It's the same track.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right.
Look, am I wrong?
No, you're right.
nah.
You're completely right. All right. So how did you get into cars? Like, I know you said you got into cars and you started driving. Like, what actually got you into, like, you have like an uncle that was like, had a hot rod?
So this is going to sound southern as hell. My dad was always into NASCAR.
Look, yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn turn left.
Yeah,
So I started getting into that with him, and then I got an Xbox for Christmas, and I got Forza 4 with that, and that was like God tier.
Dude.
That's immediately what got me into cars. That's where I learned about the S13, like everything. I didn't know anything about drifting at that time either,
And how
besides
old were
watching
you
like
at the time?
Tokyo Drift. It's probably 10.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Dude, Forza
Sounds about right.
Forza Horizon 4 is like, that's like,
Yeah.
like I have a Seto with the helmet, and
Oh, yeah.
I got the whole rig. But I'm telling you, dude, you can't just sit down and play that for 10 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just like relax at the end of the day, have a beer, and drive around on a video game. So I'll move my whole sim into my living room, and I will still play Forza 4. And we looked the other day. You know how you can look at your time on Xbox?
Yeah.
I have 58 days
God.
Oh my God, bro.
on Forza. Yeah. So I love Forza 4. I think it's a great game. Because it's like, how else are you going to jump in a car that you can never afford and drive the way you never could?
Oh, yeah.
That's so fun, you know?
That's a whole topic I have no idea about. I grew up not playing video games that much. I'm not. They give me really bad anger issues, I feel like.
I'm not good at shooters.
Dude, I break everything when I'm playing video games. I don't know if I just suck or
slam it
whatever.
or what.
but-
Or you're just not good.
No, yeah, I don't think I'm just. I think I'm just not good.
I'm not good either. I'm not good at first person shooters. I'm pretty good with a simulator, but it's because I've been on a simulator for a long time.
Dude, I used
It's
to...
with every game though. It's not just like shooting games. It's not driving games. It's not like
You
it's
just
games.
you just can't
I just
execute.
hate video games. I've never been a fan.
See, that's so weird to me.
Especially as a
Like,
guy,
yeah.
especially in this generation, everyone has a fucking computer setup, a gaming setup, and
Yeah.
everything. I don't have a single gaming console in this house.
So I have every gaming console. I have an Xbox, PS4, Switch, all of it. I got a gaming computer.
I've got
all
a pretty
that stuff.
solid mix.
I don't ever play
I
it.
got
but
drones. I got fucking gimbals. I got a bunch of studio equipment.
yeah, it's the same. I'm not
garage
making
full
fun of
of
you.
crap.
It's probably nerdier, right? That I have all this equipment to go play video games, and the only one I'm like,
You're a big Marvel geek too, so you're definitely a nerd.
yeah, I like Marvel. Marvel's cool. I don't know. The new ones are junk. Anything
Everything nowadays is junk.
Yeah, but dude, Endgame was like the pinnacle. That was like everything I had watched up to that point was awesome, and everything after that is just like Marvel was like, all right, piss on them and don't even tell them it's rain. It's fucking shitty. Like She-Hulk,
Yeah.
dude. I tried to watch it. I watched the Halo series. That's how much of a nerd I am. I watched
Jimmy Rings.
dude. I hate watched Halo. That is the worst depiction ever of Master Chief. It's terrible. If you like it, you're not a real Halo person. And I'm not good at Halo, but I grew up in that generation, so I appreciate the lore that goes around it. They didn't follow any of it.
Absolutely.
Oh, it sucked. The whole time I was watching, I was like, this fucking sucks, but I'm gonna finish it. You know, I tried to do that with She-Hulk because in the comics I read the comics.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just when they started making her twerk, I was like, all right, fuck this. And I turned it off and watched porn. It just sucked. Fucking sucked, dude. Sucked the whole ride through. Garbage. Sorry, we got off topic there. I keep doing that.
I probably
Tangents
cut
in the
that part
past.
out, to be honest.
Well, it's all right.
Whatever. Just because you don't like video games.
No, because it's superheroes and we're on a drift podcast.
I bet that some of these people like Marvel. You don't know.
Anyways, so tell I know we,
That's the best thing
Gotcha,
ever.
bitch. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
All right. Stop.
sorry. Okay. Anyways, we were talking about how you got into cars and everything. So tell me a little bit about your car right now, because you're more of a stance kid with this car.
For the Lexus, yes. Because I've got the Lexus ES300 and then I've got a 240 hatch.
Oh, I forgot about the hatch. You've had that fucking hatch forever.
4 years.
He has 13% of a hatch.
Hey,
I offered to help you. I'm just saying.
I know. Yeah, no, that car's pretty stancy, I'd say. It's not like crazy by any means.
Don't let him fool you. He told me it was a half an inch of ground clearance from the subframe.
Yeah, well, it's still not that crazy.
Dude, you know what's crazier than half an inch from the ground from your subframe is that you drove it 200 miles here. That's fucking crazy.
If you know Tennessee, Clarksville, all the way to the south of Tennessee, basically.
Yeah.
It's
a long fucking drive, bro.
I hit a bump on the way up here and my radio fell out.
Yeah, that's like classic 90s shit though.
Oh yeah.
It's happened to me before.
Yeah, no, that car's pretty stancy. It's nothing too crazy though. Like in the grand scheme of things for like the stance world, but
yeah, it's a fairly simple build.
So now we can talk about this. So I have a couple of questions about stance because I've never really been that. My brother has.
Oh, I saw that. I saw the picture of you next to a Civic.
Dude, I've had a bunch of Civics. A lot of people think that I'm like some V8 purist. Okay, I cut my teeth on Hondas. I bet I know more about B series, D series, and H series than any of you motherfuckers. So I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I just never had a stance one. I always had like a nitrous setup or a turbo set. I always just had a car that I wanted to go fast in. You know, Josh is the one that built like the legendary car. I mean, dude, he not only built one but two cars that got into magazines. I don't know if you know that.
Dude, that car looks really cool.
His
That's very
S2000
cool.
that he's building now is just...
Oh, dude, we're already like having to like change stuff in the back because we're afraid it's gonna wheelie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna wheelie.
Love that for you guys.
Yeah. Okay, so my question is, when you said just a second ago, he had said, in the grand scheme of things in the stance world, what do you mean? Like, because from my opinion, because I was next to the stance world, because my brother is like, you know, kind of like a local hero in that world. It's kind of a dying thing. Not as many stance people are around.
Oh no!
And now they're like eating themselves. Did you see all the people throwing a fit about the Gatlinburg thing?
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, dude.
Well, that's not happening.
It's not.
No, it is.
Oh, I was like, no.
That was a copy pasta that someone made, and it's just been getting reposted. I've seen it at least 30 times.
Oh, damn. Well, See? Oh, how come it's not working? You motherfuckers. Oh, all right. So
goddamn stance kids.
all right. So when you say in the grand world of stancing something, dude, I don't even know the lingo. That's how fucking far out of it I am. What do you mean? Like, what would be crazy?
Like, so there's this one dude. I don't remember what his Instagram is, but he has an RX-8 that is currently at negative 36 degrees of camber front and rear.
Holy fuck.
And drags frame the entire time. That's like crazy.
Does his tire even touch the road?
Dude, I'm pretty sure he's like riding on the inner lip.
how do you like?
I mean, I understand. Like it looks fucking cool.
No.
I'm a stance kid at heart.
I will say his RX-8 is a lot. Like it's a lot. It's a little too much for me. But
yeah. Dude, if
like,
it makes you fucking smile driving down the road, go for it, I guess.
I love that I can see Nate
Negative
actively-
36?
Yeah, I want to say
His
something
brain
like that.
is
It's like
boiling
negative 30
over here.
and
He
up.
has no idea what to think.
Why? Why would you do that?
Dude,
don't know.
my Z is -7.
See, that's not that crazy.
My
It's
my
not at
240 is
all, but
like
it looks
negative
obnoxious
4.
on my car.
Well, so like I'm probably gonna go around negative 10 front and rear on the Lexus, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Because that's not super crazy.
For a
That's-
stance car,
still,
that's fairly normal. I mean,
Nate's gonna judge me heavily for this.
12.
That is still a very dailyable setup.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Like, dude, listen, in the state of Tennessee, you could probably register and drive a fucking forklift. So just because you can do it doesn't mean that that's what you should do. That's all I'm saying. Dude, you're riding on the inner. I'm not making fun of you.
No.
Okay. And dude, the last thing that we posted that got a bunch of controversy was the bed on the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. That really is how I treat all builds. Like, if that's what you want to do, fucking do whatever, right? I'm
Yeah.
not going to tell you what to do. I just am a performance driven person. And so, like, when you're like, instead of putting a cam in it, I'm just going to tilt the wheel sideways. I'm like, it's just, dude, my brain's like, well, why? You know, like, it's just hard for me to comprehend because I grew up hot rodding instead of like doing that, you know? Josh is the same way. And we have the same conversation. Why would you do it? He's like, it looks cool. And I'm like, yeah, but it's harder to drive. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so like it is like it is. It can be an inconvenience. Like
It can be.
it is.
Dude, I want to tell a story.
okay.
Hold on, I want to tell a story about my brother. We used to not allowed. We would refuse to go to Taco Bell, which is the only fast food place that I really like. Okay, because Josh had a stance car and he couldn't get his car in Taco Bell. True story. He used to park across the street in Shelbyville, and I was like, dude. That is, maybe that's where it stems from. That's why I don't like it. I'm like, dude, this doesn't make any fucking sense. You're going to run across traffic for Taco Bell?
Absolutely.
Stupid. It's so retarded, dude. I don't know. It's just hard for me to comprehend that, you know?
That's too funny. For no reason.
The Taco Bell. It's so true, too. I think that's where my hatred started for it. I was like, this is so dumb. We're all waiting on Josh. He's late, and now he's got to run across the street.
I feel like as much as we've talked about Josh in the first fucking 20 minutes of this podcast, we have to have him on now.
Yeah.
He'd probably come on.
Yeah.
That'd probably be funny.
Yeah, it'd be
Talk
funny.
about what magazines and shit. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
if you want him on, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, drop it in the comments if you want to see Josh Sarton and all of his stancy Honda cars come on here. And we're brothers, so I get to make fun of him and no one can judge me.
So when I was
sorry.
so I actively daily drive that car, and I was when I was doing delivery as well. And I got stuck in someone's driveway for like an hour and a half.
Did they come help you?
No.
They just sat there and watched you struggle?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, dude, L.
They said thanks for the food. Hope you get it
They
figured out.
literally pulled through the grass around me. Because it gets worse. It wasn't my delivery's driveway. It was their neighbor that I got stuck in their driveway.
They were just like, thank for the low main, motherfucker. And just kept going.
No, it was their neighbor. It wasn't even the people I was delivering to.
Their neighbors drove by you? Or
Yeah,
they drove by you after you gave them the food?
I
He
got
was in the
stuck-
neighbor's driveway.
Yeah, I got stuck in
That's
the
what I'm
neighbor's
saying.
driveway.
So they said, thanks for the chow mein, and then drove past you?
Pretty much.
Oh, it's awesome.
They just
that
closed the
sucks,
door
but
and was
that's
like, all
hilarious.
right, bye, have a good one.
Just drove
Get it
away.
figured out, bud.
I had to call my dad to bring his truck to pull me out. Because no matter, I had boards, I had a jack, no matter what I would do, it would not fucking budge. So he had to come up with
Okay,
just a
actually,
toaster.
I want to talk
selling
about
me.
that real quick because you just said you had boards and all sorts of shit. How?
What is the care package owning a
So, okay.
What stays in the trunk?
What is actively in my car? A jack, wooden boards, so I can pull up, so I can jack the car. I have a air compressor to air up my tires if I need to. I've got a whole like Harbor Freight toolkit in the back, like everything to change wheels or tires if I have to.
Jeez.
Yeah. I essentially bring like what you would bring to a drift day is in my daily all the time.
It's totally functional.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I haven't. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna jinx myself. Never mind.
Yeah. I was gonna say don't say that because then I'm gonna get a call at like 11 o'clock. Hey man, can you come get me? And I'm gonna be like, dude, fuck. Yeah.
I suppose. Anyways, I wanted to ask, what is? I assume IDGAS. What was?
I don't give a shit.
Oh, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh, they were okay.
Well, so what's even worse is they literally just permanently closed like 3 days ago.
Oh,
Yeah, pain.
where did I see that? What was? Because I pulled up your Instagram or some shit. Was it on there? Or
Yeah, I used to tag them in most of my posts because all my posts had the banner in it. So I was like,
Oh, okay. I was just curious. I didn't dive deep enough in that, so I figured I'd
yeah.
just ask anyways.
yeah, no, that was a couple homies that I met, and they were running this whole thing, and I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to them, but
Oh yeah.
I think we should post stuff like that on the story as like shorts, like the bloopers. Because I just want everyone. Listen, I just want to point this out. In the main topics, Dawson said, "What is IDGAS?" And then he answered and said it was. That's how you know we're boomers. Is that he says, "What is IDGAS?" And Kevin looks dead at him and goes, "I don't give a shit." Dude, all of us were like, "Fuck!"
I'm so out of the
that
loop,
made
bro. I
it
have
into
no
that
idea.
made it into the topics. We were like, "Ooh, that must be something fancy with that."
no, it's really not.
I'll
really
go find
not.
whatever the fuck I saw
So-
and I'll put it in the podcast just so you can understand. But
the funny thing is,
I'm just saying.
I don't.
the funny thing is like all of the stickers that I have on my car are all just friends. I don't have
really?
any like random companies on my car.
I need another.
That's tight.
I need another.
Okay, I know what you're about to say. I realized when I was 30 minutes away that I didn't grab it. I know exactly which sticker you're talking about.
I
I,
need a- I was
have
gonna
it
say,
ready
I-
for
I
you.
need a
It's
new one.
sitting on my desk.
Dude,
I've been wanting to get a couple too.
I still have some spots left.
Yeah,
Mine's
about to-
going. Mine's
The-
going
like
for
a
rap.
couple times that I've told you about it.
Yeah.
It's been at an event and you were flying around the event doing shit.
I've got like
so.
4 new designs that are supposed to be coming out soon. I just need to pay my sister who does a bunch of my digital drawing for me.
Oh, she does. Oh, how much she charge?
For the one that I'm doing currently, it's pretty fancy, but she's fairly cheap with it. I'm paying her $120.
Oh, nice. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, graphic design is fucking expensive.
You could probably take this one. You'll know more about that than I will. I don't know nothing. About
Yeah.
cameras.
Well, let's okay. Yeah, let's go back a little bit on cameras because that's what
Yeah.
we kind of wanted to bring you here for. So, run through the basics of how a camera works, how you use it, what you use most on it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. I cannot explain how our camera works. I have no fucking clue.
I couldn't either. I know how to work it, but
I understand.
FD.
I understand the concept, but I don't actually know how it works.
gotcha.
So like what? It's all instinct for you. You're just like grabbing the lens and
Yeah,
tightening
pretty
up
much.
and getting out just on
Yeah.
instinct. That's the best way to be. Shit.
Yeah. Essentially, imagine what was it that you guys were saying with tandeming? You just have to like completely ignore what you're doing. You just have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. I agree.
you just
Yeah,
kinda
it's like
go into
that
a zone,
essentially,
you don't even
especially
know.
since at FD everyone's going so fast. Like at Utah, like you said, it was like 100+ mile an hour entries. You have to move quick, like
Yeah.
really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've missed so many good clips this season. I'm real upset about it.
What's one struggle that you've had to deal with that's just been an absolute pain in your ass?
Okay, so this is easy.
Perfect.
So I have one specific lens that I use for FD. It's a long lens. It's a 75 to 300, I think.
Wow, that is long.
And
300? Hold on.
yeah.
God damn. It's a hell of a zoom lens.
Oh yeah. And it doesn't autofocus anymore. After Orlando, it just stopped autofocusing.
So
you're manual?
the camera or the
I'm-
lens?
The lens.
Oh.
So I'm manually focusing every video.
I bet that
As
makes you
they're
miss
moving.
a lot, but I bet that makes
Dude,
some
that's
cool clips
rough.
actually.
It sucks.
Yeah, I've tried doing it. It was
Yeah, it's
especially with
horrible.
cinematic stuff, and no, that
Yeah,
shit
and I'm
don't
doing
work,
it while
bro.
people
I
are
can't
flying
do it.
past me at like 90 miles an hour. It's
Not happening.
Yeah, it's not great.
Um,
Because then, I don't have a backup lens for it either. Because the other lens that I have is like the 25 to 55 kit lens for that camera.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I use at Clarksville. And that's can't do that.
Definitely
You
not.
wouldn't see anything.
No, the car would look like a little pebble in
Yeah.
the photo.
All of our a bunch of our questions are camera based, and so most complicated thing learning on a camera. What would that be?
Okay.
Or like the biggest challenges you had when you first start. What? Okay, how about this? This is a better question. What are the differences in the way that you shoot and edit now versus when you first started? Obviously,
Like
you
when I
probably
first
put a
started
bunch of
shooting with an
filters and
iPhone.
stuff. Yeah. But now, what's the differences? Obviously,
So I went,
you know,
like you said, from an iPhone to a full camera.
Sure.
With no prior experience of using cameras at all, besides the one on my phone. And the biggest difference is that you have to get all the settings right. If you're doing photos, you have to get all the settings right, or it's either way too bright, way too dark, you can't see anything, or
So don't shoot in automatic.
because
There's a lot of people out there that want to get into cameras, but
Yeah.
they always want to keep it on auto
I
for
will.
some reason.
Okay, so
They
I keep
can't-
my ISO on auto.
You do?
Yeah, just for
Yeah, whenever I'm shooting like vlogs and stuff, I keep
Yeah.
it on auto.
yeah. So I keep my ISO on auto, but
Nate's over here in another world. He has no idea what's going on.
I just looked at the camera. You guys were like, dude, might as well have been golfing.
La-di-da-di-da.
You know, like I was just like, wake me up when you guys talk about cars again. No, I'm just kidding.
But I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Most complicated thing.
Oh, yeah.
about cameras.
And the change from iPhone to
Right.
Yeah. So like keeping track of your shutter speed is a really big thing, especially for drifting because everything's moving.
Sure.
So you with different shutter speeds, you can either have it like full still or there's like clear movement in the wheels and the area around the car. So you have to get that pretty perfect too, because a lot of people prefer like where everything looks like it's moving because that's just what looks better.
Yeah. Makes it look like you're hauling ass when you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, explain that in a little bit more detail because I obviously I know you don't know, so you kind of need to learn shit.
I don't think so. I'm perfectly fine being a rock, bro.
Anyway,
I'm just kidding. Kevin,
So,
teach me about cameras. Teach me information I'll never use, please.
So shutter speed is really annoying to fuck with. I'm not gonna lie, because you
I'm already out.
like everything you have to do to like get a picture perfect for the camera. It's all just tedious as shit. It's so tedious.
How do you? Is it just something that you learn over time that you like learn? This is the average speed of the car, so I can set it to this, and then
Yeah.
it'll make it. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Really? You just have to fuck with it.
That's what I've started doing. Like, because I've been shooting at FD for this was my first full season. I came in at St. Louis last year, so I've pretty much just learned from that to a degree. Like, I know what tracks are faster, so what shutter speed I have to be at, so it looks right.
Or like in a range, and then you kind of tighten up from there. All right, that doesn't sound. I mean, it sounds hard, and you would need to know what you're doing, but it doesn't sound like super complicated. I guess. Like
Yeah.
No, I mean it's not. It can be annoying, but it's not hard.
Yeah.
You just have to take a bunch of pictures and adjust settings.
Gotcha.
It's essentially like if you go out to an event, you're like, oh, my tires are too slick. Let me bump down the pressure. It's essentially just like that, but with a camera. That would be my best way to like.
Yeah,
That's a good explanation.
Yeah.
that is a good
That's
way
a
to
very
put
good
it.
explanation.
So explain. Okay, so the three basics of a camera, from my understanding, has always been ISO, aperture, and shutter speed.
Yeah.
So I know you kind of touched on them a little bit. Can you specify what each one specifically does?
So ISO, I don't really know. Like
Okay, well, I can answer that one.
as
If you can.
someone that shoots professionally, I don't know shit about cameras. Like I'm gonna be
And that
completely
proves
honest.
that you can do it
You can do it, guys.
like
full time.
oh yeah, Do you want to explain what ISO is?
Well, all right, yeah, I'll take that one then. So
Because I guess I'm
basically-
going to be learning today as well.
Yeah, I can't remember the acronym for it, what it actually stands for. But basically, it's artificial lighting. So whenever you're shooting in dark areas or anything like that, you would bump your ISO up to act as like you were putting studio lights in or anything like that. So normally, whenever you are shooting outside in the bright sun, you're gonna have your ISO all the way down to 100. That's gonna be as dark as your ISO will go. And if you start going up anywhere near I would say around 1200 is probably pushing it on your
As
ISO.
far as
It's going to
what?
get really grainy and it's going to get noisy. And
You would be real surprised.
really? Well, I'm shooting on an M50 and it's already gritty as fuck to me.
The new A7 IV, I think
Oh,
is
the
what they're doing.
A7 IV.
It can shoot up to like 43,000 ISO.
Jesus Christ.
And it looks
How much are those now?
for just the body, it's $2,500.
No. I'd buy a Black Magic before I ever bought that. Fuck no.
Just pay people for pictures.
A Black Magic
Pay me for pictures.
Well, yeah.
I wanted media, so I just had to learn the shit myself.
Yeah.
I just said, fuck it. I didn't want to pay anybody. I'd rather spend the money on my own camera, and then one day I can hire someone to follow me around at an event, just buy their ticket in and everything, use all my equipment.
I mean, that's
figure it out.
That's essentially what I do for Human, except I have my
Yeah.
own equipment.
Yeah.
Because like he paid for my hard card and everything. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah.
Which is what I feel like most drivers would do is pay your entry, pay everything.
Yeah, that's kind of like run of the mill for as far as media goes, unless you're doing it solo.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, go through kind of like aperture and shutter speed if you.
Sorry.
Sir?
Hey, dude, you threw a Dr. Pepper at me earlier. I was just throwing something in the garbage. Jeez.
Don't be a little bitch.
You guys are talking over me about cameras, making me feel stupid.
Do it.
Stupid.
Thank you.
That's the best. That's the best addition to the thing ever, man.
Yeah.
So funny.
I'll get a better recorder one day and we'll have all sorts of fucking sound effects. That'll be insane.
Dude, I'm so excited to see how you guys do. Like, honestly.
Oh, dude, I'm pumped.
Like,
this is so fun
I'm
to me.
so stoked for you guys.
Like, I bet my
I
girlfriend's
appreciate
like
that
mad
a
as
lot.
hell. She's at the house probably doing my laundry. That motherfucker, you know?
he's over there filming the podcast again.
Yeah. But I secretly think it's the funnest thing ever. It's so fun. And like putting a camera on you, like, dude, it changes the dynamic. And you don't realize it until you're ever on one. Because at first you're like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to tell those motherfuckers what I think. And then once you get in there,
This was me until about 15 minutes ago when we started recording. I was like,
It's everyone. Hunter was the same way.
Yeah.
Wes, not so much because he's media trained.
I was going to say,
but-
Wes is media trained. so-
yeah, he's really he was a pro, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of needed that episode, to be honest, because like being on camera and trying to be funny, that kind of stuff kind of comes naturally to me because I've been in sales for so long. And so like when Dawson was like, you want to do a podcast? I was like, shit, I got this shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then Wes came in here and just fucking completely outclassed me. I mean, just made me, he didn't make me look stupid, but obviously he had better media training than I do because there's still times he has to cut shit out because I just start chasing the rabbit and start talking. You know what I mean? And so I needed that. I needed to get humbled by Wes coming in here and showing me how it was done to be like, okay, you got to really focus on it. But it does change how you have a conversation because there's
Yes, and actually, I want to tackle on that. All the people that have been saying something about the audio, we're getting that figured out. Just bear with us
we're
for
working
the
on it.
first like several weeks of the episode, so we
gonna
can
say,
just
'cause-
work out all the kinks. We're
What
doing it
episode
just
is
by
this?
ourselves. This is number 7.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
you
will
you
be
guys
number
are 7 in and you're already doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
appreciate that.
But we keep seeing the same excuse me. We keep seeing the same comment where they can hear him but not me. And I think that's so weird because I feel like I'm so
it's
much
really-
louder than him.
It was
So-
Wes that
one
time
was Wes.
because the mic was too far and I didn't pay any attention.
So,
to it.
like, from the, 6 or 4 episodes that I've watched, audio's fine.
See, I thought the same thing.
It's only a handful of people, and they're probably they may have the balance in their car system
all the way in the back
off
or
a little
something.
bit or something like that. And I'm not calling you out if, if that is
yes,
you,
he
but
is. Yes, he is.
Whatever.
Don't let him fool you.
All right, yeah, fuck you.
Stupid.
God, that soundboard is.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. I can't wait till we have like 17.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I'm sorry. All right.
You don't have to put a lock on here. You can only use it 13 times a thing, you know? All right. All right. Was that it? Was that what we were talking about? That was it. We're working on
Dude,
the
I didn't even
sound.
remember.
I
Yeah.
think we're doing okay. We moved our mics much closer, so the audio guy is going to probably have to work to bring our voices down now.
So if we are doing good, let us know.
Yeah, we
so
need to know.
that we can fix that.
yeah.
If not,
And then
Cool.
I have a philosophical question for you.
Okay.
All right. What importance do you think media and obviously the photographers involved has for drifting?
So if it wasn't for media, we would never know about it. Like if some Japanese
Completely agree.
dude,
That's a good
if
way to
some
start it.
Japanese dude in the mountains like 40 years ago didn't bring his little camcorder, we would know fuck shit about drifting. We wouldn't
agree.
know a damn thing.
I agree.
that's a deep thought. That
I know. I
really,
saw
bro.
this and I was like, that's not deep enough. Need to go deeper than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
glad.
I agree.
That's what she said.
No, it's good. That's why we both look at it. What'd you say?
I said that's what she said. Sorry, it was there. I had to go for it.
There's no PP left for this move. All right. So
What is the coolest place? Okay, so obviously your full-time job is shooting. So what is the coolest place that your camera has taken you?
Utah
Really?
has been one of the coolest events.
It is one of the
coolest
most
experiences
beautiful
I've ever like done as far as media goes.
Yeah. What? Okay, so what?
who's the coolest person you met there?
Yeah, that's
I don't know, Z.
Was he there?
Yeah.
Oh, did you talk to him?
No. Oh. I did sell him an SR last year at Irwindale though.
Oh, really?
that's tight.
That is cool.
Yeah, I literally put it in the trailer. I was like, hey, Hoom, and there's an SR back there. Don't worry
Which
about
car did it end up in?
I have no clue. I don't think he's touched it yet.
Damn.
Sold him this blacktop.
hoarding them.
Okay, I'm going to expose myself. I bought that blacktop SR for 2 cases of beer, and I sold it to him for like $1,700.
Dude, yes.
Dude, you're getting
As a-
clipped like a motherfucker
Absolutely.
on
And I
that
am
one.
here for it.
Stupid.
No, we like Adam LZ. Like, that's so
No, Oh, okay. So I will say,
Listen.
Adam is a really good dude.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
Part
kidding.
of our, how do I say this? Part of our weird curvature of
I've
success
noticed.
is because we talk in realism in the
Yeah.
podcast. We talk about like, dude,
Yeah.
it's not a secret that Adam LZ does very good
Oh,
at
yeah.
clutch kickers.
Yeah.
But for some reason, last round, he didn't even qualify.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Insert clip of him just flying off track.
I'm not,
randomly.
and like, dude, and the problem is that all of his fans get in the comments and they think that when you call something like that out, it's like you're making fun of Dale
Yeah.
Earnhart. He's not dead. He's just a YouTuber. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just talking.
I mean,
about
so
him.
like you
we're
were
LZ
saying,
fans.
Yeah.
And so but the point I was going to make is that a lot of people think that we don't like LZ because they don't actually read the comments.
Mm-hmm.
They just see the clip that we have chopped up 100 ways to make it look provocative. And
I'm the one that does it.
yeah, he's the one that cuts them up. You know,
I do it on purpose.
Yeah, so
I know what your dumbass. Never mind.
So is he? So he's cool, right?
Never mind.
yeah, he's a good dude.
I imagine that he would be.
Actually, so you know what's really funny that I just remembered? So the night I
spit in
sold
your
him that SR, me and Hooman were cracking jokes about him because it was FD Irwindale last year. So when Von Gittin announced that it was his last round, I asked him, I was like, so you going to put this SR in an RTR or what?
What'd he say?
He said, we'll see.
That's what he said. That's a very Adam LZ answer, though.
And then
cool.
like 6 months later, he came out and was like,
He's
hey,
driving for
RTR now.
That's ironic as fuck.
I will say that for all the people that think we don't like LZ, we like LZ, okay? And the reason that we like him is one, we've been around. We've all. Did you watch him when he was BMX?
Yeah.
Okay, we all have been around since after he dumped the other girl. Okay, we've all been since that. Okay, we are pro LZ because LZ is good for drifting. We like drifting because we drift. Therefore, we are pro LZ. It is not a complicated algorithm. So, for all the people that don't read the comments,
And for every single person saying that it's clickbait,
I haven't said
we're doing the same shit Adam LZ did.
Yeah,
It's just he did it in long form content.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I ain't told a lie yet. So that's all I'm saying.
The truth speaks, baby.
All right, so
Controversial.
my next question would be the coolest places. Oh no, did you? Was that Utah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
Utah. Sorry, hold on. Best opportunity you received,
Besides FD.
besides FD, from being in photography.
Can't talk about that yet.
Oh, is it like porn?
No.
The
No,
one
but
right
that
under
is-
it then. What you got?
Besides FD, that's really like the only things that I've really done. Is Clarksville, Nashville, Beach Bend.
Nobody was
Pro-am
like, come
stuff.
shoot my dog at a dog park or something. You were like, that was fun. No, fuck them. All right.
No, I've strictly only done like cars and random nature photography this entire time. I've been shooting for 4 years.
Okay.
Never done models, never done pets.
All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. Can't talk about it until next time.
Actually, what are some avenues that you go with making money off of your
So
pictures and stuff?
I will say, for someone who's getting into like drift photography and wants to make money doing it, go shoot Pro-Am. Go shoot Pro-Am. East 10, I went for rounds 1 and 2. I was the only person there. I made $1,200 in a weekend.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's awesome. Wow.
And that was charging people $125 a car for the entire weekend.
Holy shit.
That's not enough. Were you super busy? Were you too busy?
I was shooting every car, yes. I was very busy.
So you're not charging enough. That's what they say. They always say if you don't have enough work, charge less. If you
Yeah.
have too much work, charge more. So if you were like not running around with your head cut off
That's
at a
good
Pro-Am
business
event,
strategy for real.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was not like me saying.
No,
I wasn't
so-
saying. I wasn't calling you cheap. I was trying to give you advice.
I mean, I am, but
I actually didn't know that was that made that much. Really. And I fucking paid it. Especially for drone footage. If you can tackle a fucking drone, dude, for real, you can make bank if you can fly a drone.
Oh, yeah,
Like
I
a
know.
legit drone that can
Dude.
keep up with the cars.
My buddy Baron Vandergriff, all right? Dude, don't let me forget to send this to him because I'm mentioning it. But Baron Vandergriff is a friend of mine, and he builds, he don't build little fucking...
don't build the.
He don't build
I
the-
won this from the arcade drone.
Yeah, bro, this isn't the thing you fly around your house. This motherfucker will go like 150. It's fucking fast. And you gotta wear goggles. It's a whole rig.
So it's like a racing drone.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
he has a
legit
camera
FPV.
on it that's
Yeah.
like a serious camera. And he like called me, and I hadn't talked to Baron since like, probably 2 years of after I spoke to him, but I hadn't like talked to him since like high school, which would have been like 10 years. He's like, hey man, your car is pretty crazy. We should shoot some stuff with your car. And in my head, I was like, I don't need a photographer. I know Kevin. I'll just pay Kevin. And he was like, yeah, dude, I got a drone. It'll go 100. And I was like, you have a drone that'll fly 100 miles an hour? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll shoot that, you know? So as soon as my car gets tuned and set up, he wants to make like a little edit to produce that. But
That'd be sick.
I should mention that he does that because he could make money. I told him
Yeah.
he could come to Clarksville and make money.
Oh, I could get him in.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Actually, that is another thing. Andy made me like head of media for Clarksville,
No way.
like fully.
No way.
Congrats, bro.
That's a
tight.
huge deal.
It's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. Did you know that the last time that I was there when I drove Ariel's car, were you there for that?
Yeah.
Dude, did you see us crash?
Yeah.
I was not buckled
I have
up.
that on film.
I was not buckled up.
I have that on film. I know.
You know?
Yeah, you told me.
Wow,
at the
dude.
event.
Okay, so I'm like getting in the car, I'm strapping in, right? And dude, she is like this big around.
Oh, yeah, she's
right?
built like this glass.
Yeah, she's tiny, right? And I'm shaped like a fucking rhinoceros. And so I'm like, I like get in the passenger seat, and so I ran the line. This is gonna sound like I'm talking shit. I'm not, but I ran the line, and I was like, do that same line. And she had been running the line that me and Chris usually run, which is where you come down and you go around. It gets you like a half extra lap. That's why we do it, you know? But I ran the regular layout, like the old school layout, and I was like, run that same line. And dude, she went like this and then burbled. And then,
I like I said, I
Dude.
filmed it.
Oh, dude.
I still have that
Dude,
clip.
went
I
like-
could send it to you.
I was wearing flip flops.
Yeah.
Okay. So I jammed my foot into the quarter thing where the bottom of the dash usually grabs on, and I grabbed the things, and I was like, "Oh, dude, here we go!" And it was like, bam! And dude, automatically I just went into dad mode because like she's my friend inside it. Like I felt bad because like, you know, she's a girl, and so there's all this stigma that she's gonna crash, and then she crashes, and so that it's like, you know, it's terrible. So I was like, If you want to like clip it in right here, you can.
we'll
I
throw
have
it
a
up.
video of it.
I have
was like,
the outside clip if you want it. I'll send it to you when I get home.
Dude, I'll put them both on. Okay.
Are you about to go send it? Yes. All right.
Okay, yeah.
dude. So as immediately after we crash, I go, "It's okay. I'm not hurt. We're good. It's all right. Just drive forwards. Let's just get back to the pits and we'll figure out what's wrong there." But like, dude, beforehand, it was like I remember exactly what it sounded like. It was like we were like, "What?" Bam!
Yeah.
And I was like, my head went out the window, and dude, it was fucking a mess, dude. All right, hold on.
Okay, that's a good story actually. So Hurst is very hard on Human when it comes to how he drives.
What are they, homies?
Yeah, they used to like team together.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, I didn't know.
Because Hurst sold G37.
Yeah.
Human's car is the exact same, just as E.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think it was what was it, New Jersey, I think. Hurst walked over and was like, "I haven't heard you hit limiter all weekend. The fuck are you doing?"
Timeout. Holy shit. This just happened on the podcast. Shout out Whistling Diesel. What the fuck, bro?
Whistling Diesel.
We posted a video from Wes's podcast of the clip where we talked about
yeah,
Whistling
I saw
Diesel
that.
in the General Lee car. And he just commented multiple times on that video.
responding to DJ.
So everybody, whatever you're doing, pause right now, go to the comment section, tag Whistling Diesel, tell him to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I agree. Please do that.
Got you.
You know, he's gonna do it right now.
Breaking fucking news, bro.
Dude.
Actually, I thought about this today. We're kind of like the news broadcast of drifting now.
I feel
Yeah,
like
pretty
that's
much.
true. Like you get
That's
all
what it's turning
you don't
into.
get the whole thing, but you get like the big pieces, you know, like
If you think about any other like industry, there's always some type of sit down talk show that talks about all the shit that goes on in that industry. Drifting doesn't have it other than live events when
Right,
you're
right.
actually at a competition. So
But yeah, no, back to what I was saying.
so sorry.
That was,
that was a big deal for us.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
wild.
super stoked for you guys. Love you guys. Yes, dude. But but Hurst came over after I think it was our battle against Kelsey. He walked over and was like, I haven't heard you hit limiter at all. Like this entire weekend. He was like, "The fuck are you doing?" He was like, "You're not driving this car nearly
Cash
as hard."
said that to Human?
Yeah.
On his ass.
No,
He's awesome.
seriously. Hurst pushes Human so much. Like the
That's
improvements that we've seen this year is because he did what Hurst told him to do.
nice.
Yeah,
what
that's
are
very
some major things that he's
dude, he's so
told
much
him to
faster.
tackle on?
This year,
Cash or Human?
Human.
Yeah.
Is it more or less his commitment?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That seems, dude. That would
Human,
be my
I love
biggest-
you, but I'm going to say this out of love. Human tends to get in his head a lot. Like,
can believe
I
that,
don't know if you saw our battle against TLO in top 32 this past at Utah.
I haven't gotten to see the entirety of Utah yet.
So he entered in and just slid off track.
Oh,
Like just went wide and went 2 tires off.
there was a lot of people going off
Yeah.
track there. Luckily,
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that was the first time anyone pretty much driven that track besides when they were doing testing.
yeah.
But
And it's just so fast.
Yeah.
It's like
I know. So
you could overkill a turn.
I
easily.
really thought Human would be able to just like kill this round because Nashville's so fast too.
yeah.
Like the fastest speed that I have personally recorded was a 115 mile an hour entry at NSS.
Who was it?
Who was it?
It was Elliot's buddy, right? I've seen that video. It's an orange car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Eric So, I believe.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What car was it?
It was a LS swapped S14 Zenki.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Well, he hasn't driven in a while. I haven't seen Eric in probably,
Fast as fuck, boy.
but I haven't seen Eric in probably like 2-3 years now.
Damn.
I don't think I ever met that guy. I've just seen.
I think you.
So
I
one
think-
of the people that he took a ride was Chris Anderton Holt.
I believe that.
Okay, so but this is, I know, I'm sorry, we keep getting off topic, but this
Lore.
is, I know, but this is true. Okay, if not for Chris Anderton, I would not be in drifting. My car would probably have a Ford 9-inch and have beadlocks on it and be a street car. That was initially what the plan was going to be. It was going to be a turbo-less like street wheelie car. It was going to be able to pull the tires on the street. That was the idea. Then I met Chris Anderton, and he told me that what kind of got him started on drifting was that he went for a ride with someone at National Super Speedway. Now, he had already been drifting before, so he was kind of into it, but he was like, dude, the pinnacle was I went for a ride, and he entered this corner at like 112, 115. And we were flying. And then 2 years later, after we met, I did an entry at NSS, and I was going like 108. I was flying. Dude. Like, but NSS is super wide. You know, it's, you know, you're not going to crash.
So I figured that track would be wider, honestly. Like, it's pretty... It's not like
Utah or NSS?
Utah.
Yeah. I was gonna say NSS is humongous.
Yeah. No, like the track surface is pretty thin. Believe it or not.
No way.
Yeah.
How harsh was it on tires and stuff?
Well, I think we were going through a set of tires every lap and a half.
Damn, so you gotta change it every time you go up for a battle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you ever gonna become a driver again?
Yeah, for sure.
When?
You've been saying that for years.
Been saying that for 4 years.
I'm not calling him out, but I want to know why. Because, and I'm not trying to expose you, but I have offered multiple times for you to trailer that car down to me, and I'll help you get it running.
I know.
I have a whole shop.
Okay, so I will say part of my deal for shooting the half of last season was once that car is like fully rollable, it's going over to Andy, who is our crew chief technically for FD. He built the motor for that car, so he's just going to finish the rest of it.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, see, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Well, you know,
It's because he's secretive.
a little bit.
What do you... what's in it right now, you said?
It's just a K.
Just okay. Oh.
Just a little K hatch.
What are
Nothing
you gonna
crazy.
do?
Huh?
What are you going to do once it is built and everything?
Just drive the shit out of it.
Well, like,
Is
yeah,
it-
like
is
as
it
far
any
as
kinda-
like, are you gonna? Did you say you were gonna turbo it or anything?
I might. It's I pretty much have
do.
everything set up to turbo it. I just wanted to stay NA for reliability for now.
Who needs it?
Don't be a coward.
All you need to do is upgrade the ECU. You'll be
Seat
fine.
time.
After I turbo my car, I drove like...
An event.
No. I didn't drive that in it. Hold on.
I think
I just remember watching the turbo blow at Beach Bend.
Dude, it did blow up. It was like... And if you want to know anything more about me, is the turbo blew up and I went out like 10 more laps.
Oh yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
You drove the shit out of it. I don't think I've seen you drive that car harder.
Oh, I was fucking trying to kill it. I was so mad because, like, dude, I don't really want to get into the whole story of how it happened, but I had a block. The block ended up that I bought from somebody that promised me, oh, well, if I'm lying, my daughter has cancer. Well, she's got it because they're lying. Okay, it was cracked. The block was cracked. So then I had to swap the crank from the good block to my shit block. And so the motor was junk already, and it was really just for that event. And then I bought a turbo, and it doesn't give you the instructions on how to size the turbo, and I'm kind of an idiot, so I didn't.
What turbo did you have on that car?
I had a VS Racing T51R. So
yeah, it was pretty big.
that's all right. It's not.
Well, I mean, Human's car has like a 60 mil on it.
Yeah, but it's a Garrett. The
Yeah.
power to size is way different. So if you want it, so I run a 78, and that's because I have a lot of friends that are drag racing people.
Yeah.
And
Get
so
scumbagged into it.
I get scumbagged. Oh, fuck that. You're going to run that puny thing type thing. You know? And so I got scumbagged into doing it. But the T51R, it spins pretty fast considering it's a journal bearing. So anyways, I took it to one event. I did like 2 laps, and I walked by the car, and it was off. I'd already turned it. I walked by, and I could see the inside of the impeller was like, you know what I'm saying? It was still spinning, but it was like flipping over like this. And I was like, dude, seriously? You were like $1,000, you know? Like, that's the way I view something on my car. It's like a stack of money, you know? I was like, dude, that's $1,000. Fuck, you know? So you know what I put on it? I put a China $129 turbo front end on the housing of the T51R.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That is the
works
Breeze,
fine.
who cares?
Yeah, it works great. Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, no,
Well-
I definitely want to drive again here soon. I was telling Nate earlier when we were talking. So I bought a sim rig, sold it, and I went over. I know.
Shame.
I know.
Stupid.
You said you were going to use that on me.
No, he's not allowed to use it.
But I went over there and was messing around on a set. I was like, dude, I really just need to get this car running. Like, I really just need to get this car running so I can go drive again. The only thing is I feel like I'm not going to be able to drive it a lot
Why?
because I'm going to be shooting.
Yeah, but you live 5 minutes from Clarksville.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, I don't make money driving. I make money shooting. I spend money driving.
Well, none of us make. Well, Human and Cash might make some money. I don't know how that works, but most of us spend money to drive.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Well,
I want to run doors, motherfucker. That's what I want to do.
you are going to push me. That little K is going to be screaming.
I'll stand on the brakes. We'll be okay. We're going to live.
Turn the boost down just a little. Full send all the way. Fuck them.
I don't even know. I can't turn the boost down. It's on a gate.
Oh yeah.
I'll just unplug it, and then you'll just have to run. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I definitely want to drive again here soon, though.
Okay. So now that we're talking about 240s, this is a good this is a good topic. What do you think about the current state of the 240 inflated market?
It's stupid as shit.
Are you for it or against it?
Yes and no.
Nah, fuck that. Pick a side.
Okay.
I'm against it. I'm a car salesman. I'm against it.
So I will say a lot of the parts are just like ridiculously expensive. It doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it's bad for that reason.
It's bad for 240 people.
Yeah.
We're already cunts, for the record. 240 people are
wrong.
terrible.
Dude.
I want $300 for my door cards. All you need to have is every single piece of mounting hardware and the centerpiece, and you need the door piece too. That'll be $29 also.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's cool. I love Kyle. I don't know if you know who that is. That's the dude that sold the pig nose hatch for $32,000 that fucked the whole market.
Is that the guy that always wins the?
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah,
Dude.
that's Kyle.
Honestly, I like that guy.
No, he's such a good dude.
I like that guy. I can't help it. He
is-
seems so lucky. I feel
Yeah.
like I just want to like brush shoulders with him and be like, all right, now I'm gonna go play the line.
Yeah, no, like I don't know.
Can
if
you shave your head so I can rub it?
I don't know if you knew this. He bought that car for $2,500.
Oh, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who'd he sell it to?
I don't remember.
See, that's who we should harass. This is like when the dude catches the chick cheating and then the dude gets in trouble.
Do your thing. Find the guy.
Who's the guy that paid 32 rip for a $2,500 car? Who's that
Yeah.
guy? That's who I want to talk to.
I mean, it was a
dipshit that
really
needs to
clean
be
car,
called
though.
out.
Yeah. I don't know any of those.
But
I don't care how clean
Okay.
your fucking 240 is.
okay, I would just like to. I'm big like full interior dude, so that car made me happy.
Oh, I'm a big interior guy too.
I have full interior for
On
my car.
not drift cars.
Like,
Drift
I-
cars, I don't really give a shit.
Oh no, I have full interior for my S13, even down to like the rear
That's
parcel
tight.
shelf.
Hell yeah. That's one thing
think
that
that's
I'm
a
happy
flex.
about with my
Oh, it is.
FC.
Oh, and it's an almost crackless dash.
Mine was almost crackless before
Just
I
missed it.
painted it and flocked it red.
Yeah, the red dash is really cool though.
Dude, it's one of those things.
It's a
yeah,
fucking. You're surrounded in red. It looks gnarly.
Yeah,
people either like it or hate it. Little kids, which is honestly, I built the car because at heart I'm a little kid,
Yeah,
so I like
we're all
stuff like
children.
that.
I was gonna say we all are.
Yeah, but they either love it or hate it. Old people love it, young people love it, but like the tweener people that like love 240s, they're
Yeah.
like, can't believe you put a fucking IROC Z Camaro dash in this 240. I'm like, get away from my car. You know?
Refrain, please.
Well, this is something I want to ask. What is one of the best pieces of advice you can give someone trying to get into photography in the automotive space?
Just do it. Just honestly, just go for it.
Just pick up the
If you're gonna
camera and
try
shoot.
it, go for it. There's no reason to slow yourself down. Just fucking go for it.
I feel that, dude. That's what anybody that wants to like get into social
Yeah.
media that asks me.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I tell them. You're not gonna get anywhere until you just press record.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Unless you, yeah.
You're gonna be scared shitless of that camera until you just do it. And
Oh,
then
I was.
Once you get
I'm
through
not
your
even gonna
first
be
video,
bad at it.
yeah, it's
You won't be good at it. Nobody's good at anything until they
No.
horrible.
good at it.
No, okay. I
Go to
looked
our
at,
channel, go down to the other channels section, go to my personal channel, and go to the very first video. It's fucking horrifying.
Ha, I'm on a burner account.
Horrifying, bro.
so I went back and looked at some of my old photos, And I was like, God, what the fuck was I thinking?
Right.
I was like, what is this angle in this lighting? Why is everything so dark?
Yep.
Dude, me and Caleb have one where we did that, but we shot it in my garage. Which
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been in my
Oh,
garage.
I saw it, dude. That
Oh, it's terrible. It's not very
Video
good.
was hilarious.
Like, but we just wanted to do it, but it was so bad that it was
Yeah.
like, there was no amount. Like, sometimes you need to go watch a couple videos and figure out how you're going to do it. You should still just do do it, but you
Yeah.
should definitely
Yeah.
look at it because
definitely
we
do your
just did
research,
it.
of course.
And it's so bad that no amount of editing
okay.
can save us.
So definitely like do your research first. But besides that, once you know a little bit, just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
agree with
especially
that.
in photography and stuff.
I can say that for both photography and driving when it comes to drifting.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
fucking go for it.
100%.
Drifting
no
is a
reason
little
to
bit
hold
more
yourself-
complicated because
Well,
it
yeah.
takes a little bit more money to get into
Yeah.
and stuff. I know cameras are expensive as shit too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you can get
hell,
started with a fucking
The camera that
cheap-ass
I've
phone.
the camera that I've been shooting with for the past couple of years, I paid $250 for. Like $250.
Yeah, my first camera I paid $250 for mine. It
Yeah.
was a Rebel T3,
yeah.
an old ass T. But yeah, especially photos, man. That's
Yeah. Photos
once you
are,
learn the basics of a camera, you can pick up.
Oh yeah.
You can make a professional photo with those cheap ass cameras.
Yeah.
I did it.
I mean,
with, dude, he's got a little
I'm
tiny
literally
well.
leaving proof. Or
Oh, yeah.
living proof.
Exactly. He's
Like-
got a little tiny well in his yard that I went out. I was just bored.
Yeah.
I went out and took pictures of, and they're like one of the coolest pictures I've ever seen that I've ever taken. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, it was like
I haven't seen those.
probably my 20th, like actually trying picture,
That's cool.
and it turned out pretty good. It was just a well, and it's like fucking tilted. It looks really cool.
If you're wondering why I'm stupid, it's not because I have well water. It's because I was homeschooled. I'm just kidding. Mom is the greatest, and I'm not stupid. I just pretend to be for the internet.
Did you see Jimmy Oaks S15?
I did.
He got it
yellow
on
one?
the fucking dyno, today.
Dude.
Or
That
I guess it
thing's
would be today.
rowdy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so
I will
excited.
say Jimmy is also like such a good dude.
So
You met him? Yeah. Oh, dude, that's
I
one
was-
guy I can't wait to meet. Go ahead.
no. Finish your story
Yeah, I was.
because I have a story for Jimmy Oaks.
I was
not
hanging
gonna
out
be
with
as
him a
good
little
as
bit
yours.
at the Riverside 50K when he was
Nice.
driving.
Is he tall as fuck?
We're the same height.
Okay, so
yes.
he's tall as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a really good dude though.
Hell yeah.
So I'm in a group chat. You know about this
Yeah.
Okay.
You sent me screenshots today.
because it's so funny, right? Because I'm an admin, and then a lot of people know who Nismo Hot Boy is.
Yeah. He's a
got
good dude too.
He's dude. Paul's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it's like it's me, him, and one other guy, and we're the only admins, and like we're all very different. Tyler, the other guy that's an admin, also very cool, right? But it's me, him, and Tyler is like he's like a clean streetcar guy.
Yeah.
Nismo Hot Boy. Paul is like
The
dude,
name should be very clear.
Dude, he is like the purest of purest. I mean,
yeah.
dude, he has one of those. I make fun of him, like not in a mean way, but to be funny, I called it the expensive Drake eyebrow. But he's talking about a Bomex,
the Bomex,
eyelid.
yeah.
All right, I make fun of him for that.
The hoodwing.
And then you have me, where like, dude, I would cut up a Chevelle. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. I only like hot rodding. I don't care about really 240s. But
Yeah.
I got made into an admin for this group. So when we first started getting added, I guess my name got in there, and then Nismo Hot Boy got in there, and then people just started snowballing, dude. At first, there was like 400 people in this group, and they tried to add Adam LZ. He was like, "Fuck that," right? Because if I was Adam LZ, I would also be like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
But I guess Jimmy Oaks was, enough of a still a regular person that he got in there and he started chatting with us, right? So we're all posting our cars, and like I'm like seeing all these cars, and like I'm like the boomer at a car show. Like if I see a cool car, I just think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I don't like there's certain 240 people that look at fenders and like, oh, those are second
Yeah.
generation. Yeah, like people like that. I'm not
do
that
that.
way. I'm not that way. Okay, I'm not that way. I've never pretended to be that way. I don't think I'm the greatest 240 owner, despite what some people say on my Facebook. Okay, I don't think that. I'm just not geared that way. I just like hot rods.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing all these fucking cars. One guy was in Brazil. He had a 4.5 liter twin turbo Porsche engine in the front of an S15. I'm in a group chat with that guy,
That's
right?
rad.
I'm like, that's crazy, right? So then somebody adds Jimmy Oaks, and dude, they add Jimmy Oaks, and he accepts, and dude, the chat's like, and stops because we're
Yeah.
all like, oh shit. So Jimmy Oaks posts a picture of his car, and I'm like, oh damn. And so I hadn't said anything yet, so I was like, I'll post a picture of my car. Maybe that'll get some interaction with Jimmy Oaks, right? I know I sound like a fangirl, but that's the truth,
Dude,
right?
yeah,
So
you're good.
So I post a picture of my car, and Jimmy Oaks responds. He says, "Damn, that car has a threatening aura." And I was like,
Yes.
we made it. That's all the motivation I need. I'm gonna finish this bitch, you know.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I'm gonna come run doors at OSW. He was like, bring it on, and I was like, dude, fuck yeah. And so like, hopefully one day I can get Jimmy on the pod,
Yeah.
but not based off that scenario, obviously.
Just
but
not that
It was a very cool interaction because
yeah.
I've watched him for years, and I just
Yeah.
always thought he was just so cool. Like he never has like, he's like golden retriever vibes. He's just never bad
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
He's just always just down for
And like
whatever.
all of his
Actually,
cars
that
are
reel
so
that-
nice too.
Oh, they're all. It's like I know that I could never be that famous because I do not possess the discipline to keep cars that nice.
Yeah.
I don't have that in me.
Dude, I really
Destroy
try.
him.
I try to, but I just don't have it. There's no way. My car's sitting out in the rain right now. Ain't no way.
He saw that reel that we made about him,
Which one?
where he said that Jimmy Oaks is the golden retriever.
Oh,
energy
yeah,
YouTuber or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, he ended up liking that video, so he saw it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I actually sent Jimmy a bunch of media from Riverside.
Fuck yeah.
I sent him, I think, like 400 photos and like an hour of footage.
Oh my god. No wonder they don't answer us. They have people like Kevin that
Yeah.
just send them fucking
See,
crazy
you know
shit.
what's fucking
you know?
hilarious is like, it's so easy to talk to car YouTubers.
Really?
Yeah, they're normally fairly
Like-
once you can actually open them. LZ is actually he seems pretty.
No, he was super
Quiet.
open. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I saw
He's-
him at Clutch Kickers, he
Him-
was just he stuck
Well, a
to
lot of
Him
his
on
videos,
YouTube
he
and him in
seems-
person is very different.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like he's not as energetic, but it's YouTube. You have to be.
Yeah,
at
you gotta
least,
be like,
yeah.
Dude, he's kind of like me.
No, he's like
Around
very
people,
chill.
I'm very secluded.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know. People give me energy.
What is
I'm not
the-
that way. I don't know. I hate being by myself.
the word?
It sucks.
What's the fucking the two? Like when
Oh, what's it
how
called?
you socialize? Dude, literally.
Stupid.
No. Okay, so it's
anyway,
called
fuck
called dependent and codependent personalities. So
No, it's
yeah, it
I'm
is.
thinking of something else,
No,
bro.
that's what it is because I have a very codependent personality because I was raised around 3 siblings, and so I need to be around someone to get energy.
Introvert and extrovert.
Yeah,
those are the words I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of.
yeah.
Sorry.
So if you're introverted, being around people, you like have to give part of your energy to these people to be around them, and it like eventually it'll wear you down. You're like, dude, I just want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's
but
me.
I'm not like
Yeah,
that.
that's me too.
I'm not like that. I get energy.
You feed off of this
Yeah, I
shit.
like it. I
Yeah.
like the interaction because I'm just like, dude, if I was at home, I would be thinking about is like some crazy shit that I would want to do to a car that I can't do. You know,
Yeah.
just laying in bed. This is terrible.
What if I put this motor in?
That's what it is. And yeah, I could put a, you know, whatever. I'm just thinking about some crazy shit. So like, there's different people, whatever. And I
Yeah.
feel like honestly, that's why the podcast does good, is because he's kind of like,
Yeah, you guys, I think it works very well because you guys are like complete opposites.
Oh, complete.
Oh, that's
So
literally
there's
why I asked him.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think if we've talked about that too. But yeah, he has the very glorified sayings, and the way he talks is very intriguing. So
Oh, yeah.
and then
Thanks.
I'm the
I think
stance.
That,
I'm
that
more
might be the
stancy
nicest
and
thing
shit.
you've ever said to me.
Don't get used to it. Fuck you.
Stupid.
Dude, we have to limit that somehow. People are gonna be like, I'm tired of the soundboard already, and it's just episode
I don't
1.
know.
Dawson's just over there.
I need to get a bunch of them. That's what we need. That way, there's multiple. We're not using the same ones. But
I don't want to talk. I don't know. Should we talk about that? I don't know if I want to talk about that.
what is it?
All right. So Cam697 says, I'm assuming he's talking about my rant about Adam LZ driving clutch kickers and not being able to win FD. And he says this is Adam's first season driving for RTR. He will be learning the car and driving different tracks. Need different techniques. It's not very good grammar.
From what he said, it drives like almost identically to his E36.
So I know
what's the difference?
So I agree with that. I agree with that. But at the same time, a 3,500 pound Mustang's not going to drive the same as an E36.
course
So
not.
there's going to be differences. So
I
think
feel like the differences shouldn't have been that
It's just
crazy
seat
to
time.
the point. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's just seat time.
Yeah.
He doesn't drive the RTR because he doesn't have one at his house. Or if he has one at his house,
He just bought one.
so see, I
Yeah.
fucking called it. I told you that
Yeah,
he would
he just
buy
bought
one.
a street legal.
That was like last week.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember when I called it, but I remember. He bought a 2020 whatever. He didn't buy
It's a brand
the-
new one, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Get it
all
built.
right. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Well, I guess that'd be okay for seat time, but I meant like he needs a car that's
like an
comparable.
FD car.
Yeah, so that he can get real seat time.
Like their
Like the
what
That's
is
like
their-
saying-
huh?
Like Denofa has his
like
Pennzoil car.
he needs a demo car
Yeah.
that he can drive at his compound and
Well,
get
like,
used
so-
to it on certain.
he has one that
I was
he
gonna say
uses,
he's got a demo car, but
doesn't
it
stay with
stays
him.
at RTR.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I
I
mean,
think is
that's
fucking
not a very
stupid.
winning combination. Is all I meant. You know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally
But-
got the means to.
I mean, to be
test it
fair,
all he
also
wants.
Denofa had a rough couple of first seasons with
Yeah,
RTR.
yeah, he didn't do as good, and like,
Yeah.
but
and
now
like-
that he's in that chassis and used to it,
But dude, the reason that the podcast is doing good is because nobody called that out. It was just people in the actual forum on
Yeah.
FD talking about it. And like, dude, have you
the
ever
live
tried
chats.
reading those? No. Has LZ gone yet?
I turn them off.
They're
every
all
single
like
time.
the chat.
Dude,
Every single time. As soon as I open the live,
Has LZ
turn the
gone
fucking
yet?
comments off. I don't want to see them because it's all has LZ gone? Has LZ gone?
because that is why we are pro LZ is because he's good for drifting. He
yeah.
is good for the sport.
No, the views for like FD live streams have almost doubled.
Oh, yeah.
since he
See?
joined.
Okay, so I want you to
Or
clarify
tripled.
this. I saw a comment that said I don't remember what city it was, but LZ got knocked out like super early in the
Oh, and half of them
competition,
left?
and like half the crowd.
Oh,
just
yeah.
dipped.
Yeah.
That's fucked, bro.
No, like that we
it's legit.
the stands
'Cause
weren't even
FD
filled.
needs
That
LZ.
shows how badass LZ
like,
is
this-
to
this-
bring that much
we
fucking
had
people.
at Utah. There really wasn't a lot of people because LZ didn't even qualify,
Yeah.
right.
but still got paid for the ticket. So
Well, so the thing that everybody misunderstands is that just because you point out something factual is that all of a sudden you hate it. FD, they need LZ. Okay.
oh yeah,
LZ doesn't need FD. And to be honest, LZ could probably start his own competition and
Probably.
probably fucking shit all
Running
over.
out
did you
of
see
water.
the LZ festival in fucking
dude? If he bought
Ireland?
clutch kickers,
That's what I said.
If he bought
That's what
clutch
I
kickers,
said.
bro.
I said, what if LZ bought clutch kickers and ran it himself?
LZ festival
I
just
could
turns
see
into
that.
clutch kickers.
Like I could 110% see that.
Me too.
If you need help, buddy, let us know.
Especially now that it's at Cletus's track.
Yeah.
Free Factory?
Because dude, Cletus is so like he's so DDF. Bro.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's like yeah, let's just do it.
Just try not to fuck up my grass.
That's true. I forgot about the grass thing. Yeah.
Good old Clater. All right,
Clater.
well, let's. We didn't even explain that we were going into comments, so
All right.
do the introduction and shit.
All right. This is the part of the podcast when I get to take over the control of the meat sack and talk about all of our subscribers. All right. So, well, this one's positive, so I'm actually not talking shit. All right. So, 3.8 Colasso. I'm not sure. Is it a 3.8 like Pontiac motor? Because if it is, I sprayed like a 250 shot through one of those one time. And look at me. It still runs like right now. Yeah. All right. So if you're talking about one of those, let us know in the comments.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Dude, it was on a set of like cheater slicks. It was with Ben, dude. It's so fast, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's so fast. It was Ben's car. But so anyways, oh no, I don't want to delete you. All right, so he says, just caught up on all their episodes while working. Good listen. Really appreciate how they aren't mega rich boy
boys, baby.
drift talk. Episode 1 is 19 minutes on Apple, which I think actually might be a fluke. I think we might. Did we do that on
Yeah,
accident?
the audio converter that I was using at the time, I didn't realize cut it in half. And then by the time I posted it, it was like a week later.
And somebody
whenever
mentioned it.
I realized that it was only 19 minutes, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave it. If they want to see the full thing, they can go to YouTube.
Right, I agree. But that comment had 111 likes, which means that hopefully 111 people went and actually watched the podcast, which is what I hope. That's how we got the 66%.
Cheers to you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all are killing it. All right, so the next comment comes from my video that says, take it from the guy that told you to buy a $500 pickup truck. Go spend the extra cash on a good set of tires. And one of the top comments that I got and kept getting was people saying you can't buy a pickup truck for $500. And that's not true because I have done it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Dude, my Father's Day gift to my dad was a truck that I bought for $500. So you can do it. And so Marilyn Monroe, which is
What?
I can't believe I even said that out loud.
Marilyn Monroe's a thought.
Wow. All right, that was spicy. So he says $500 is a rolling chassis of a truck, no motor. How am I supposed to drive that? And then I guess Dawson said Nate has bought more $500 to $1,000 trucks than anyone I know. He bought one. Oh, this is where he bought one and gave it to his dad as a gift. Deals are out. You just have to look. And so that has like a lot of likes because that's true. You just got to put in the effort and go to Marketplace and Craigslist and put the legwork in. Don't be a lazy piece of shit.
My FC was $1,000.
Yeah. Sorry.
I've never paid over $1,200 for a 240.
I paid $2,500 for mine, but
Good
it's fine.
luck
So, anyways, so then later that day, he says in quotation marks, you just gotta look. No, man, quotation marks, just gotta be connected, just gotta be lucky is the real answer. And so then,
Well, you got to look to be lucky.
Well, so this time I answered through the circle of drift, and I said, I mean, sure, we have a little reach now, but we're not famous or anything. You can produce excuses or you can produce results. The choice is yours. And then literally below that, some legend named Russian Kodak says, I got an S10 that needs some electrical work. I'll sell it right now for $1,000. And then it's not in here, but later I said, what a legend. And he says, fuck it, $750. So
We helped somebody get a discount.
right. So Marilyn Monroe, you should change your username and go buy an S10. All right. So
For 500 bones.
right. All right. So then on the video, we were talking about drag racing versus drifting. Dayton Brannon, that's a incredibly normal name for once, says drag racing is boring compared to any other motorsports that involves corners. I grew up at the drag strip and I've accepted it as the truth at this point.
Oh, I read this comment literally like earlier today before
Yeah.
I came here.
Hell yeah.
And so I said, it's still a whole ass ride to send one down the strip, but nobody talks as much shit about drifting as drag guys, which is so true.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's very
They
true.
fucking hate us. And it's or not all of them, right? Because I got
But a lot of them.
But a lot of them. They hate drifting.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand why. Like,
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it. I've never understood that. If you know why drag guys hate drifting, and if your answer is smarter than because drag people can't drive, leave a comment. If that's not true, because I have friends that are drag racers, and that's not true, dude. Some of those guys are fucking whole wheel men. All right.
yeah.
Some of those vehicles that go down the strip. One of my friends has a full size Chevy that makes 1,500 horsepower. And
I don't
if you
care who
think-
you are. If you can hold a fucking wheelie for an eighth of a mile,
Yeah,
you're a
It's
badass.
yeah,
bro.
it's
That's
a whole
fucking
ride.
wild.
It's a whole ride. All right, and then, damn, these are all so positive. I want to talk shit to somebody. Sick Crow. Sir Crow? Sir Crow. I don't know. He doesn't have a picture, so it doesn't matter. He has 25 likes. He says, watch Taylor since the two-bay house garage days. He's come so far, and he's my number one car YouTuber because he's the only one that's kept it real. And then we said Taylor is the man. So we agree. We love Taylor Ray. Everything he does is like all in his shop except for like tuning and stuff. And then this actually, yes, I get to talk shit. So there was a guy that said Taylor lost me when he built the shop that's worth more than his house and then claimed that his flex was from, dude, did I post it in here?
I don't know.
Fuck, I didn't post it in here. This guy says that basically Taylor built a shop that was bigger than his house and then flexed that the car was garage built, even though he had a full blown shop. fuck you. Eat a bag of dicks. All right. That's totally the dumbest take that I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
If you could do the same thing that he was doing, you would, and your product would still not be as good. So
Almost any car guy would tell you that they would build
dude.
a fucking shop
10 times
3
over.
times, 100 times bigger than their fucking house
that's crazy.
before they ever do any work to their house.
Yeah. I would live in a cardboard box and have a
retarded, bro.
giant
That's
shop,
not even
and I
a
would be
question.
perfectly content. If I didn't have to sleep with women, that's what I would do. I would live in a shack and have a giant shop.
I would build a shop, just drop a fucking trailer in there. That'd be
Yeah, or
simple
that.
enough.
I just like I like the cardboard analogy because it's like,
Or an RV. Then you can take it places too.
I don't know. I think, oh, no, you know what? I'm not going to say it. All right. So,
Dude, I have everything on you.
I know we fucking send everything, dude. All right. So just so anybody knows, if you comment on any of the social platforms, we're both on there and we read them all. And so if you say anything that's even slightly harsh, trust me, it's getting sent back and forth, and we are shit talking you and your mom for like an hour. All right. So
Wait, if anybody's interested in an episode like that, let us know, because
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
possibly be really funny. If the whole episode just
shit
rolling through
talk.
All right,
comments,
so-
bro.
Yeah. Do like a 15, 20-minute video, just that.
well, so I have a
Or
I have a
Patreon or something.
I have a question before I start this segment.
sure.
What's your feelings on Pat Gooden? Is he a douchebag?
It was pretty cool when I talked to him.
That's too bad. All right. So, anyways, on one of my posts, I mentioned that LZ got, and I'm condensing obviously, but I make a point to mention that LZ got concessions because of what he does for.
Yeah, that he petitioned him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, nothing
Listen.
new. Everybody knows it.
Listen, we're for it. Like, we're for it because it's good
Yeah.
for drifting. Anything that's good for, dude, listen,
We're doing it.
I'm not going to say that. Anything that's good for drifting is we're pro that thing. Okay, so we're for that. So we
Okay.
the way that I don't know if you can tell by now, the way that we shoot the podcast is we cut up pieces
Oh, yeah.
of things that we mean and we put them into provocative videos.
Yeah.
That's the point of the episode, right? So I made a video talking about how LZ all but purchased his license, which is true.
I saw it.
Okay, so Pat Gooden gets in there and he says it's super cute when people haven't been around drifting for very long and think this is the first time anything like this has happened. First of all, you watched that video, right?
Yeah.
Did I fucking say that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Second
no,
of all, he said people that haven't been around drifting that long. So he's definitely watched the podcast.
I've been around drifting not as long as him, obviously.
Yeah,
right.
no.
Like, I don't want to be washed up.
No, I mean,
anyways,
he's
Been
like
around
a-
for several years, but nowhere near it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Watched that bit.
so then I respond. Or did you respond this? Stupid. I don't think mine stuck. Right. Pat Gooden. So, anyways, Pat Gooden says it's super cute when people who haven't been around drifting for very long think this is the first time it happened. First of all, nobody fucking said that. Nobody thought that. You know, we haven't been around drifting as long as you, old man. But
Keep
we've been
selling-
around. But we've
Keep
been
trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, but we've been around it long enough to know what's going on. We watch every single thing that has to do with drifting so that this podcast can be relevant. So then I don't know if
Judge
it was.
clutch kickers, doesn't he? Still,
I think so.
Is that what it is?
He
that's
judged
all he
LS
does. With
he judges
drifting
LS
now.
Fest, too.
Fucking stupid.
Dude, damn, we got
And
that.
LS
I think
Fest.
he's on a
No,
team.
We
got
judged
the,
LS Fest,
yeah, but
too.
we got the thing with clutch kickers.
Yeah, but so
I was supposed to have a collab with Clutch Kickers before they took off.
Well, so
Pat Gooden's
we-
not a part of fucking marketing. He's a judge. Who gives a shit what he thinks?
I mean,
can't wait to
He's
meet
a washed
you.
up.
Anyways,
Never mind.
all right. So then I don't know if it was me or Dawson, but
He's better than me,
We
but, you
answered,
know.
and I said nobody assumed this is the first time it happened. In fact, it happens in motorsports a lot, and we talked about it for like an hour. What's cute is making an assumption based off of a 9-second clip, and then somebody. I don't know what happened to it. I said, we hope so, but I was responding to somebody. I think they deleted their thing because obviously they realized that you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somebody said, I think Pat is agreeing with you. And so I answered and I said, we hope so. And then they deleted it. And Pat Gooden responded, oh, clickbait. Got it. And so then I got a little annoyed and I said, wait, so it's clickbait now if you weaponize factual information. LMFAO, LZ, along with many others, do in fact get concessions made for them based on what they can do for the sport, which we support because we love drifting. So, not clickbait, it's literally true. We just clipped it for the algorithm, which baited you in here. So either it worked or you're just trying to stay relevant. Either way, thank you for your participation.
Gotcha, bitch.
So, dude, and literally all he said was, ha ha ha, okay. And so I feel like I might have got under his skin. If you're watching this, which I doubt that we're relevant enough in your world for you to watch this, I don't have any like hate in my heart for you, but you definitely got to watch the full context. The way that we clip stuff is the reason that we grow at the rate that we're growing. It's not because I get on here and I drop names and we do all this stuff. It's because we like talk about relevant shit, you know? Name another
Don't
podcast.
Don't take things so personal.
Yeah. Don't take it personal. I didn't even know who you were before today.
Yike.
Fuck. It's true though. I didn't know who it was.
I did say a lot of shit, but like Pat's not a fucking horrible dude.
I don't know him.
That was just
So he judged LS Fest last year. I know that for sure.
So I'm definitely not going next year.
Well, he was he was a good dude.
I'm sure he's fine. I see, and this is, dude, listen, this is a really good lesson. I feel like I don't hate that guy. I don't really know him. I'm sure he's great. I am very cautious and conscientious when I go on the internet before I go back and go in on someone. So I click on his profile. It says he's a pro or a pro driver or was a pro driver, and he has 52,000 people. And so I sent it to Dawson, and I was like, "Who is this? And can I talk shit to him? Because I don't want to like get into a pissing contest with someone that obviously knows more than me. If I'm wrong, you don't ever want to be wrong, but I'm okay to admit that I'm wrong sometimes. So then he tells me who he is. I find out what's going on. I find out the context. Which I guess now I realize I was right because the other guy deleted his comment, or at least it's not in this screenshot that I have. So I don't have to hate that guy just because I have a disagreement with him.
Yeah.
But if you talk to anybody on the internet, if you disagree, you hate that guy. You hate that guy.
Yep.
You don't like that guy because you don't agree with every single thing that guy agrees. It's so crazy to me.
delusional world.
Crazy, bro.
I've always found that so stupid. Never got it.
Right.
Like you built a car a different way than I built one. Oh, now we hate each other.
Yeah.
Like, no. You know, do whatever you want. I don't like redheads. I don't like redheads. I've dated a couple of them. They're all nuts. They're all nuts. They might not all be nuts, but to me, they're nuts. And so, like, when I try and, like, do the thing, talk to somebody, they're a redhead, I'm like, dude, you might be like that other person. I don't think so. That doesn't mean I hate all redheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to date them. Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me.
All right. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
think
'em.
that's it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll go through. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah. Here you go.
Where can they find you at?
Yeah, this is you. Heat cycling tires.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's
we'll get
important.
into that in a second.
Go for it.
Yeah, because I don't know anything really about that.
Heat cycling tires.
I mean, I know about heat cycling tires, but it's just get them hot and then don't let them cool all the way down.
Well,
That's what I do.
no, that's not it.
So
but
see, I don't know.
so heat cycling tires, we had quite a few people say something about it, but basically when you heat cycle your tires, it's more or less for low power cars. If you're in a high horsepower car, it's pointless. There's no point in heat cycling your tires unless you're saving them from the FD car for a seat time car.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it would be useful. But if you're working on a budget, this helps tremendously because you can buy yourself really good sets of tires, which obviously we both suggest Ken does. And you can go out for 2-3 laps, get your tires fairly hot, not enough to burn off a shit ton of tread. Come back in, you can soak them down with water if you want them to cool off quicker, or you can just let it sit for 20-30 minutes, something like that. And that will make the rubber on the tire a little bit more stiffer. So it's gonna, or not stiffer, like
I mean, yeah.
It makes it like more of a rock.
It makes
so
it
it's-
harder.
Yeah.
Stiffens up the sidewall and everything.
Yeah, so you lose a little bit of grip. It's not much that's really noticeable, especially on a lower power car, but you'll get a lot more life out of it. If you're just going through one heat cycle, you'll almost double the life of your tire. And if you do it a couple times, that could help it a little bit more, of course. But if you are working on a budget, I highly suggest heat cycling your tires.
There you have it. That's what I wanted to talk about. Sorry.
Cheers. That was short and sweet.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. All right.
go.
Well,
This is
where can they find you at?
You could find me at Clutch Killers Media with a K on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Put it right here.
Yeah.
And what are some like avenues if they want to get some work done by you, or if they want to buy any of your merch, anything like that?
So I have a website link in pretty much all my bios, I think, for a website.
I can put it in.
Yeah, we'll put it.
the
We'll put a link
description.
in the description.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Have hoodies, hats, stuff like that. And then as far as shoots goes, just DM me. I'll more than likely answer.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I want to say if you are watching this, we've got a lot of big plans and stuff coming up that we're thinking about running through. Some that are already a little there happening, but
Dude, move so
anything
fast.
you can do. What?
Said they move so fast. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to
No,
cut you
you're
off. It's just like we'll like think of something, and then one of us will be like, "Well, fuck it, let's just go for it." And then it'll start moving, and all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well if that's what we're doing, you know?
Dude, it switches up all the time because it's so fast paced.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of big plans coming up. We've got a lot of things we've been talking about. A lot more content that we want to push out for you guys. So anything you can do to help, like, comment, subscribe. Everything you do like that will help the algorithm, help us push the videos out more. Share it with anybody you can. And also check us out on our other social platforms, TikTok and Instagram. And comment also, what kind of topics do y'all want to see coming up? Just for basically filler episodes. We got some special ones planned, but
We got some big ones planned.
yeah. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace. That went pretty good, except for the scary cat thing.
Dude, God, that just...
Way to close it out.
Because, dude, you know, normally when you